الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله ثم أما بعد يقول الله سبحانه وتعالى في سورة نون مادحا للنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وإنك لعلى خلق عظيم وإنك لعلى خلق عظيم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Noon praised Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and as we all know, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has so many qualities that he can be praised by. He can be praised by his looks, he can be praised by his character, he can be praised by his height, he can be praised by his treatment. He has so many to be praised by, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose the manners. وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ. And he confirmed it twice. It's like swearing twice. Inna and then lam. يعني Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala أكد هذا المدح للخلق بتأكيدين حرف إن وكذلك اللام. This is to show you the importance of akhlaq. Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah said الدين هو الخلق الإيمان هو الخلق فمن زاد عليك في الخلق زاد عليك في الإيمان ومن قل عنك في الخلق قل عنك أو عليك في الإيمان. Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah made iman, faith, equal to akhlaq. He said if someone has more akhlaq than you, conclusion he has more faith than you. And if he has less, then he has less. Iman and akhlaq. Akhlaq is the product of iman. If someone has more, we're talking about believers here, we're not talking akhlaq of some disbelievers. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and all the prophets spent so much on what? Tawheed. Tawheed, then after the Tawheed came the pillars of Islam. And then after the pillars of Islam, akhlaq. Learn Tawheed, which is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, names and attributes, and Him as the creator and the one deserves worship. All conclusions you get it from one another. You know who's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Conclusion, you know He's the creator. Conclusion, you should worship the creator. So we got that. Then the teachings of Islam came, pillars of Islam. Shahadatan, Salah, Zakah, Sawm and Hajj. Action. This teaching has ways or has guidance how to do it. And if you do it good, it's going to give you the akhlaq. So akhlaq is really, you start with tawheed, you move to the action, pillars of Islam, and you move to akhlaq. We know akhlaq can be existing without that, but what does this do? It improves it, it betters it, it cancels the bad of it, and brings the new that the religion brought. Just like what Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there are so many things that the pagans used to have in akhlaq and such. He approved some and he dismissed some. They used to be courageous. He approved that. This is a wonderful thing. They used to be hospitable. That is another one. So this is what Islam does. It really saddens me to know that a person, a righteous person, a good person, really trying to learn his religion, stops coming to the masjid because he doesn't feel welcome. No one upsets him, no one did anything. Pay attention to this. When Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam tells you, وَتَبَسُّمُكَ فِي وَجْهِ أَخِيكَ لَكَ صَدَقَةٌ, he knows what he's talking about. We're not just collecting hasanat. We're collecting hasanat, but at the same time, we're making communities and we're making building brotherhood. That's what the smile does, and that's why you're paid for it. You're paid for the sadaqah, for the charity, the ibtisama, so you can strengthen relationships, so you can welcome one another and feel good with one another. If I come here and I don't feel good, I don't feel welcome, why should I be here? Unless your faith is way up there and you know this is really the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and it doesn't matter what people do, you come. But how many people like that? Even that, I guarantee you, I would rather leave to another masjid where I'm going to come and I feel good and I come. Because when you want to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you want to feel good when you're worshiping. It's not like Allahu Akbar, Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. Why did he frown in my face? Maliki yawmiddin iyyaka, and you start talking to yourself when you pray. And this puts what? A burden on whom? Anyone knows? For $1 million.
Yourself?
Yourself is a guaranteed, inshallah, alhamdulillah, it's a wonderful one. But from all of us collectively, I call it the front line. Those who are constant in the masjid. Those who come the first in the masjid. Those who come first and line up in the first line, the burden is on them. Just like the burden on the sheikh when he is present somewhere, everybody goes to him, Sheikh, do something, Sheikh, it's always the sheikh, and the sheikh may have nothing to do with it. But those who come first the same way, because they're here first, they're seen more and all of that, their character and their manners has to be to the max. Even force yourself to do it. Maybe you just create it like that. And yes, you can be frowning by creation. Your face. Sometimes we need to stand in the front of the mirror and practice smiling. Wallahi. Because some people, it's like, why you're angry? I'm not angry. You look angry. Oh, really? I'm not. I go check my face and maybe I am. So fix that. Character, brothers, شوفوا الصلاة. إن الصلاة تنهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر. Salah prevents you from decency and evil and bad things. Naturally, it does also. It encourages you. It prevents you from that, but it encourages you with brotherhood, with patience, with love, with order, with punctuality. All of that, akhlaq, we learn from the salah if it's done right. But if it's not done right, we just come and go. So it's not really how often you come to the masjid. It is how much the masjid and the salah did to you. Reflect something from the repetition of the masjid. If I want to come, wallahi, ikhwan, this is not, I'm saying this because the situation is, a Hindu guy accepted Islam because of the treatment. And he said, we hate Muslims back home. And he said, if we see Muslims like this, the whole thing will be different. Wallahi al-Azim. Agnostic too. Originally Hindu, and then agnostic, and then he said what he said. And it really reflects so much, and it makes the person under pressure. The Sahaba radiallahu anhum and the righteous people, they used to abandon and leave sometimes the halal things, so because of people and what people think. If there is something makruh, that means it's not haram to eat it, it's better not to eat it. So you may leave it, even though you know you can, because other people go, oh, look at the sheikh what he's eating. Oh, look, I thought this is hated. I thought this is makruh. Why is it? Why? Because people, number one, they don't know. Number two, they're looking for excuses so they can slam the sin on someone. Hey, I saw him doing it, so I'm going to do it. And number three, because they are waiting for an opportunity to catch something wrong on a righteous person to put him down. The story that I mentioned yesterday about Imam Bukhari rahimahullah, 1,000 dinar, he threw it in the sea. So he will not be accused with theft. All of his saving, lots of money, threw it to protect his reputation. because it's very important, and people know that, and that's why they wait for opportunities to catch imams and religious leaders and people of high status so they can put them down. They know this damages the person's life, really. So Imam Bukhari, when he threw the 1,000, it's haram to throw money. It's haram to destroy money. But if I were to weigh this money with my knowledge and how much people trust me and believe me, and I'm representing the religion or representing Prophet Muhammad ﷺ in the hadith, the whole money in the world is not going to equate that. Yes, I will burn it, I will throw it, I will do whatever so I can protect the treasure that I have. So the same way applies to all of us, brothers, me and you and everyone. The reason I mention those who come a lot, because those are the people whom they see a lot. When they pass, when you go to pick up your shoes, when you come, when you sit, how they deal, how they look, how they treat one another, that makes a difference. Wallahi, brother, it makes a difference. Yesterday, I was sitting with that brother, and he was talking about that and asking why. Why? And stop coming. Not just him, many other he mentioned about those. And I explained to him, this is the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even if everyone is not good, you still have to come. And that is why Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave us the hadith, and he said the one who mixes with people and bears their harm is better than the one who doesn't mix with people and cannot bear their harm. Why? Because there is harm. But we don't want that harm to come from the best of the people. We have average, ignorant people. We expect that, but to expect it from a good brother, someone who is all the time in the masjid, someone who cares about the salah, someone who loves the masjid, to get the harm from him, that's double harm. This is like your own family hurting you. That's too much to take. But you see a stranger hurting you, well, doesn't know you. So please, brothers, let's, inshallah, reflect a little bit more on that and try to change our habits. Don't make the masjid just a habit, walk in and walk out. Make an intention present in your mind. I'm going to represent the religion. I'm going to do my salah good. I am in the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Everything is good. And inshallah, your character will be built, and at the same time, you will be an invitation. Look at the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. The best act that you can do, or the best person that you can see is the one who, when you look at, reminds you of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. SubhanAllah. You will not see that in a person who doesn't have a nice smile, a nice welcome, good handshake, soft-spoken, and such to welcome you. That is the best person. Islam is an action. It's not just faith. Faith put in action. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam kana Qur'anan yadubbu ala al-ard. He was a mushaf walking on earth, meaning he fulfilled and applied the teachings. When that brother Hindu guy was telling me, he said, when I was talking to him, he said, it sounds so good, what you're saying, but I don't see that in real life. I told him, brother, the police has laws and rules and regulations, and you see people breaking the law and running red lights and speeding. Do you blame the rules or the police that they did not put it? It's people. That's the nature of people, defiance. Most of the people like that. I said, look in the Quran. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants. This is what Islam wants. And if they can't do it, guess what? I will do it. You do it. Don't start putting people, oh, his beard is this long and he lies and he cheats. Okay, well, make your beard this long and don't lie and don't cheat, and let's take you as an example. So the brother, when he said, take care of yourself, yes, I agree with that. So instead of accusing and putting people down, you be the right person and let's follow you or take the lead. Sah. Say sah. صح. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله.